lawyer about all that. Okay? Thank you. Or if you step to your left, you get your paperwork. Mr. Carl? And then Andy Romero, will you please go to the chair?
Hello.
Hello, sir. May I have your full name and your date of birth, please?
Michael David Carl, 21379.
All right, thank you. You're hearing a warrant from the Pinal County Superior Court where you have been charged with narcotic drug possession, a Class 4 felony, and drug paraphernalia possession, a Class 3 felony. And in this case, looks like the alleged offense date is March 21st of last year. This warrant issued, looks like within the last week, but the fax is a little bit blurry. All right, so I'm going to let them know they should appoint a lawyer to represent you. Your arraignment hearing in the Pinal County Superior Court will be March 5th at 8:30 in the morning, and I'm affirming their bond, which is $2,500 secured with written conditions. If you bond out, you need to be at the court address in Florence on the 5th, which is Wednesday. If you don't bond out, the Pinal County Sheriffs are going to come and get you from Maricopa. If you step to your left, you get a copy of your paperwork. Thank you. All right, Mr. Romero. And then Maurice McGee, will you go to the chair, please? All right. Sir, can I have your full name and your date of birth, please?
Andy Romero, 122584.
Okay, thanks. You are here on a new case. You are booked in for criminal trespass. In the first degree, it's a Class 6 felony. There is probable cause for that, and I am appointing a lawyer for you. Your next court date will be a status conference this Thursday, March 6th at 8:30 in the morning in the downtown Superior Court, with a preliminary hearing the following March 10th at 8:30 in the morning. That address will be on your paperwork. All right, your bond is $2,000. It is secured. If you bond out, comply with all of your conditions. That includes do not go back to that location, contact any alleged victim, witness, or arresting officer. If you step to your left, I'll give you a copy of your paperwork. Thank you. All right, Mr. McGee. And then Daisy Parker, will you go to the chair? One second, sir. All right, Mr. McGee, can I have your full name and date of birth, please?
Maurice Douglas McGee, 51373.
All right, thanks, Mr. McGee. You are here on a total of 4 probation warrants. You're on probation in 4 separate felony cases, and there were petitions to revoke your probation filed in all 4 cases about 2 weeks ago. Those petitions allege that you violated terms 3, 5, and 15. You will receive a copy of them from your lawyer, and I am appointing a lawyer for you in all of the cases. It'll be the same person for all of the cases. You have the same court hearing for all 4 cases. It is this Thursday, March 6th at 8:30 in the morning in the downtown probation court. Your bond in each case is $500 secured for $2,000 total. If you bond out, comply with all of your written conditions and call your PO within 72 hours. If you step to your left, I'll give you the paperwork. Thank you. All right, Ms. Parker. And then Gregory Cooks, we go to the chair. Hello, ma'am. May I have your full name and your date of birth, please?
Daisy Parker, 92698.
All right, thank you. You are here on 2 warrants for failing to appear in pending cases. Let me make sure. 9 is pending. So is 8. All right, so in 2 different cases, you've been charged with narcotic drug possession, a Class 4 felony, and drug paraphernalia possession, a Class 6 felony. That's number 8 on the calendar. And number 9, it is those 2 same charges. Narcotic, a Class 4 felony, and drug paraphernalia, a Class 6. All right, so you've already had a lawyer appointed. These warrants issued when you failed to appear at a status conference on June 28th of 2024. We're going to reschedule that conference for this Thursday, March 6th at 8:30 in the morning with the preliminary hearing, March 10th at 8:30 in the morning in the downtown Superior Court. And your bond is $500 per case for $1,000 total with written conditions. Now, what do you want to say?
The only reason that I hadn't, so I was going to bring to court all the documents of my sister using my name she used my name when she got caught up by the cops or whatnot. I have all of the documents and the paperwork. Only reason I hadn't showed up to the court date on June 20th was I lost my dad and my uncle at the same time. In a car accident, I didn't, I wasn't all there.
If that's true, and I don't take people's word for things, especially when they have a strong motive to lie, that's true. I'm sorry that happened to you. That being said, you were on pretrial services release. Nothing that you're telling me is consistent with that. Also, identity is a defense. You can bring an identity defense, but right now, these warrants hit to you. So the only way to defend against it is to actually show up. But I'm reading your pretrial pretrial supervision notes. None of what you're telling me causes me to believe you. So you'll have to prove it, ma'am. You'll have to post the bond. If you don't post the bond, talk to your lawyer about establishing the things that you're telling me. Right now, the court has no basis to believe you, and I decline to take people's word for it, especially you're accused in two different cases of being addicted to drugs. People who are addicted to drugs tend to be very untruthful. Right. If you step to your left, you get a copy of your paperwork. So, Mr. Cooks. And then Amber Edwards, will you go to the chair? Hello, sir. Can I have your full name and your date of birth, please?
Mark Gregory Cooks, March 5th, 1990.
Okay, thanks. You are here on 2 probation violation warrants. Looks like you're on probation for 2 Class 6 felonies, and there were petitions to revoke your probation filed in both cases back on January 24th of this year. The petitions allege that you violated terms 3 and 5. You'll get a copy of those from your lawyer, and I am appointing a lawyer for you in both cases. Your next court date is the same for both cases. It is this Thursday, March 6th, 8:30 in the morning in the downtown probation court. That address is on your paperwork. In number 1 on the calendar, which is the older case, your bond is it's 250 per case. Let me make sure. It is. Wait a minute. Maybe these are backwards. Hold on. It was supposed to be 500 in the not Prop 200. Yeah, I think these are backwards. 1 second. It's 750 total. Just so. No, I apologize. One's a first strike, but it's your second petition to revoke. That one is 500 secured. The second case, it's your first petition to revoke, and it's a Prop 200 second strike. That's what confused me. So they are correct. Your total bond for the 2 cases is $750. It is secured. If you post it, comply with your conditions, call your PO. The number is on your paperwork. Thank you. And Ms. Edwards? And then Christina Hill, will you go to the chair? Hello, ma'am. Can I have your full name and your date of birth, please?
Amber Edwards, 12785.
All right, thank you. You are here on a warrant for failing to appear at a status conference on January 23rd of this year in a case in which you've been charged with possessing dangerous drugs. It's a Class 4 felony. There is a lawyer already appointed in your case. That status conference will now be March 6th, which is this Thursday at 8:30 in the morning, with a preliminary hearing March 10th at 8:30. The address in downtown Phoenix is on your paperwork. Your bond is $500. It is secured. If you bond out, comply with all of your conditions and do not miss your court date. If you step to your left, you get a copy of that paperwork. Thank you. Ms. Hill? And then Jerry Noriega, will you please go to the chair? Hi, ma'am. Can I have your full name and date of birth, please?
Christina Lynn Hill, 12/27/1995.
Okay, thanks. You are here on 2 probation violation warrants and 1 warrant from the Peoria City Court. I'm going to start with your felony warrants. You're on probation in 2 cases for 2 different felonies. There were petitions to revoke your probation filed back on September 10th of last year. Those petitions allege that you violated terms 3 and 5. You'll get copies of them from your lawyer, and I am appointing a lawyer to represent you. Your next court date will be the same for both cases. It is March 6th at 8:30 in the morning in the downtown probation court. The address will be on your paperwork. That's a revocation arraignment and possible disposition hearing. And your bond in each case is $250 secured for $500 total. That's true in your Peoria case as well. You're also here on a disorderly conduct case out of Peoria City Court. It's a Class 1 misdemeanor. And this issued December 17th of last year. Your bond, again, in this case is $250. That's $750 secured total. And you have written lease conditions. That disorderly conduct. All right, sorry. I need to fix the Peoria one. Hold on. You can't go to the scene of the crime. No contact with any alleged victim, witness, or co-defendant. So that's just the Peoria one that I need to reprint. Everything you need to know is on your paperwork. If you bond out, call your lawyer within 72 hours. Not your lawyer. I apologize. Call your PO.
Can I not have any bonds, please?
No, ma'am, not on this record of appearance. No, the court does not trust you. You've not been appearing. You've not been complying with probation. And in fact, I think you're one of the people who literally never once reported, it is alleged, that you never reported after sentencing. So you just got sentenced and disappeared. So on those facts, ma'am, no, this court is not going to take a chance on you. Step to your left.
So my next court date, I might get released?
The 6th. It's the 6th in probation court. That's this Thursday. It's the 4th in Peoria, which is Tuesday. So both of your court dates are next week. And you'll have a lawyer to help you on the bond in Peoria if you can't post it. But you have a lawyer for the whole case in the probation cases. Just go ahead and take those with you or just step out to your right. I just need to take a really quick recess, okay? I'm gonna be right back. All right, sorry about that, and hold on. There we go. Okay. All right, did we leave off with Mr. Noriega? Could you please come in, sir? And then Daniel Martinez, we go to the chair. Hello, sir, can I have your full name and date of birth, please?
Jerry George Noriega,
What's your date of birth?
9/29/72.
Okay, thanks. You are here on a probation violation warrant. You're on probation for a Class 4 felony. There was a petition to revoke your probation filed just a few days ago. It alleges that you violated terms 3, 4, 5, and 7. You'll get a copy of it from your lawyer. I am appointing a lawyer for you. Your next court date will be a revocation arraignment and possible disposition hearing this Thursday, March 6th at 8:30 in the morning. The court address in downtown Phoenix is on your paperwork. And I am affirming the bond in your case, $250 secured. If you post it, be sure to comply with your conditions and call your POs in 72 hours. The number's on your paperwork.
So it's just probation violation? No need to-
Correct. That's all I have. If you had city charges or something, you'll have to check with the DOs after court to see if you got booked into any cities.
I just have a question.
What's your
What if the arrest officers didn't read my Miranda rights at all?
They don't have to. No, only if they're
Okay.
going to interrogate you. Miranda only applies if they're going to ask you questions as to whether those questions are admissible. If they don't ask you any questions, that is not required for a legal arrest. As I like to tell people, they can literally arrest you while you're in a coma. They can arrest you. Obviously, they can't interrogate you, but Miranda's only required before they interrogate you. So talk to your lawyer about that. Your lawyer can give you more information on how that works.
March 6th is my next court date?
Correct. That's 6 days from now.
$250 bond?
Yes, sir.
Thank you.
All right, good luck. And then Mr. Martinez, and then Jemima McCollum, we go to the chair. Hello, sir. Can I have your full name and date of birth?
Yes, Daniel Martinez, October 18, 1978.
All right, thank you. You are here on an arrest warrant because there's been a new criminal complaint filed against you, charging you with dangerous drug possession, a Class 4 felony, and drug paraphernalia possession, Class 6 felony. The alleged offense date is December 31st of 2023, and it looks like this complaint was filed just a couple days ago. So I'm going to appoint, cheese this up. I don't know how you came up not indigent. That's sloppy clicking on my part. Apologies. I have to reprint this one. I am appointing a lawyer for you. Do you already have a lawyer in a different case?
Your Honor, yes, I do.
Okay. All right. So I'm going to appoint a lawyer for you in this case and give you court dates of March 6th, which is a status conference, this Thursday, 8:30 in the morning, preliminary hearing the following Monday, March 10th at 8:30. And in this case, I'm just setting what's called a placeholder bond. It's $50. It's to make sure you get credit for time in custody. You might be the guy who's being held no bond in a different case. I think so. So what I like to tell people is don't even try to post this $50 unless you're getting out on everything. So you need that there so you'll get credit for time in custody and so they'll take you to these hearings. So talk to your lawyer. If you're held on other things, just try to make sure you're getting out on everything before you go posting it. Okay?
My lawyer that is currently representing me, he'll be representing me for everything. And
yeah, he's a public defender.
No, I hired him on my own.
You hired him, son of a gun. So maybe I have to roll that back. Okay, they didn't say anything to. Okay, you're going to hire them for this case as well.
Yeah, the Suzuki law offices is representing me for everything.
I got you. And you know what? I do actually vaguely remember something about Suzuki representing someone. So that's why. Sorry. I was right the first time when I marked not indigent. It's just been, I prepped this calendar really early because the warrants were slow, and honestly, I forgot.
We're working to get me out on rehab right now, so I'm just...
Okay, and so definitely talk to your lawyer from, it was Mr. Goldstein, right?
Yes, ma'am.
See, now I remember. It's just been a couple hours. And he knows what a placeholder bond is. It's really there just to make sure you get credit for time in custody, and so they will take you over to court for these hearings so you don't catch a warrant.
Your Honor, would there be any way for me to be able to bond out soon?
Well, that depends on your other cases. In this one, the only reason I'm giving you the placeholder bond is because you're held on other things. But my recollection is you got held.
There was just 2 other bench warrants, but
you did get held no bond, and you had a bail eligibility hearing. Did they give you bond?
We vacated that because we wanted to get a better deal. So
okay. But right, I think as of today, you're still not bondable in that other case. That is, just one second. This is 783. Let me just look it up real quick. Usually I can retain the details, but apparently not much longer than about 2 hours.
There was two other bench warrants that I was being held on, but he was going to quash both of those, supposedly, because there was just little bench warrants. They weren't nothing serious.
Okay. Yes, I'm right. As of today, you're still not bondable in the 2025 case that you were arrested for back on February 18th. You don't have bail at all in that case. That's why you need this placeholder. So when your lawyer addresses everything globally, if they can make a deal that the prosecutor's okay with, et cetera, they'll just wrap this case right up into it. And so, this is a bit of an add-on. Your other case is definitely more serious charges. Obviously,
it's an aggravated assault charge.
Driving the bus. So, but talk to your lawyer. This case is just going to get packaged up. If you can make some kind of release deal, this case, they'll package it up all at the same time. So you just need to talk to your lawyer. I don't know the odds of that.
Well, we met on Monday, and then we vacated the afternoon court for the
right. That happens a lot.
We were going to try to make a deal, and I thought that I would get court for that maybe sometime today or this week, but it didn't. You got to talk to your lawyer, right? And like that case is not before me. And as far as like what is the best that can be done for you, honestly, that's why you get a lawyer. I'm going to reach out to him today.
Yeah, definitely. Just let them know I caught a new case. They may have known, like the county attorney may have said, we're going to get this filed, and then we'll resolve everything together. If they don't know, you can tell them, and then call the county attorney or put in an email to them and say, okay, so obviously the county attorney looked at your whole thing and said, oh, we have more charges. They brought him 2 days ago. My guess is your lawyer knows that they were waiting to do this, and now they can start packaging. So talk to your lawyer, and good luck with that.
Thank you.
All right. Ms. McCollum, and then Alex Martinez. We go to the chair. Hi, ma'am. Can I have your full name and date of birth, please?
Jamima LaShonda McCown, April 15th, 1990.
Okay, thanks. You're on a new case. You were booked in for dangerous drug possession, Class 4 felony, and resisting arrest, a Class 1 misdemeanor. There is probable cause for those, and I am appointing a lawyer to represent you. Your court date is in 2 weeks. It's a status conference on March 14th, which is 2 weeks from today, 8:30 in the morning in the downtown Superior Court, with a preliminary hearing March 18th at 8:30 in the same court.
Okay.
And I'm going to follow the recommendation to release you to pretrial services. I know you don't have a regular place to stay. That means you do have to call into them when they tell you. And there's going to be an envelope that you get with instructions. When you get out, you start calling them, and they'll tell you when or how often you have to call or what they want to do. They might want you to physically report in.
Okay.
We leave that to them. You got to do what they tell you. I did look at your criminal history. You've got like 10 years ago.
Yeah.
You took an ag assault, and you did some prison for it. But it has been 10 years. And on these facts, the police only right now booked you for misdemeanor resisting, and so it's entirely possible you may get a probation offer with drug treatment. I don't know. I throw that out there to try to motivate you to stay in touch with your lawyer, show up, defend this case.
Okay.
You've already been to prison. My guess is you would be strongly motivated not to go back.
Yeah.
Which means you got to show up. If you want to fight your case, if you want to make a good deal, whatever it is you want to do, you critically must show up.
Okay.
And I know that's very hard when people don't have a regular place to stay, but just so you know, we don't consider that a valid excuse for missing court.
Yeah.
And so people tell me, they're like, and I know it's hard, that, hey, I've been struggling, et cetera, et cetera. I have to tell you, it's not a doctor's appointment. The most important thing you got to do for yourself is show up for this.
Yeah, it's definitely worth it staying out. Yeah.
I have a phone number on there for you. You can call a few days beforehand just to double check that the hearing is going forward.
Okay.
So you can arrange how are you getting there at 8:30. You can meet up with your lawyer and defend your case, try to make a deal, whatever it is that you guys want to do. If you miss the court date, we're going to stick you with the bond. And it might only be $500, but if you don't have $500, that's the same as no bond. Yeah. So I'm just trying to encourage you because you have a similar kind of type of offense that you did go to prison for, but it was 10 years ago.
Yeah.
And they didn't book you for a felony. Some cops would have. The elements are there. They didn't, which leads me to believe, I don't know, they weren't as exercised about the whole thing. So anyway, I'm trying to, I think when I can see that people should have a strong motive to show up, you're not accused of hurting anybody. And so I'm going to err on the side of release and hope that you can get yourself there and avoid a warrant for failing to appear.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
All right, good luck.
Thank you.
All right, Ms. Martinez? Hello, ma'am. Can I have your full name and your date of birth, please?
Alex Martinez, 7/29/1998.
All right, you are here on 4 warrants. 1 is from the state of New Mexico, and 3 are from Arizona. I'm going to start with the Arizona warrants because out-of-state warrants work differently than in-state warrants. You are on probation in our county for 3 different felonies, and wait a minute, one of these is a pending case, sorry. Oh, yeah, that's right. You're on probation for 2 felonies, and then you failed to appear at sentencing in a 3rd felony case. That failure to appear was June, I think it was probably all of them. Hang on. No, June 4th, 2024, because it looks like the warrants went out from different judges. In any event. So, in the pending case, you have been charged with narcotic drug possession, 2 counts. Dangerous drug possession, 1 count. Those are Class 4 felonies. And drug paraphernalia possession, a Class 6 felony. I don't know what you may have pleaded guilty to because it's your sentencing that you missed, but those were your original charges. And in number 12 and 13 on the calendar, those are your probation cases. And the warrants that were issued for your arrest were because petitions to revoke your probation were filed in both cases on June 3rd of 2024. The petitions to revoke allege that you violated terms 3 and 5. You'll get copies of those from your lawyer, and I am appointing a lawyer for you in all 3 of these cases. I think you already have one, so you should end up with the same lawyer for everything here in Maricopa County. Okay. Now, in those cases, this is relevant to your decision in the New Mexico matter. So, in these Arizona cases, your release conditions are as follows. Number 13 on the calendar is not a Prop 200 case. You are held without bond. You do not have bond in number 13, which is your Arizona drug probation case, which is not a Prop 200 case. Number 12 is a Prop 200 case, so you are entitled to bond. You have a $2,500 secured appearance bond in that. And in the sentencing case, your bond is also $2,500 secured. I'm affirming what the trial judge, what your sentencing judge set last June. So just to recap, you do not have bond at all in one of your probation cases. You're being held. You won't leave the jail on that case. In the other 2 Maricopa cases, you have a total of $5,000 bond. Don't even bother to try posting it if you're still being held on anything else. So that's your Arizona situation. Now let's talk about New Mexico. You have a warrant out for your arrest for failing to appear in McKinley County, New Mexico, on charges of possession of a controlled substance and unlawful possession of a firearm. Okay. And in that case, the warrant was issued last year, August 19th of 2024, that issued as a no bond warrant. So you have extradition rights here in Arizona. You have 4 basic rights. Number 1, you have the right to have an extradition hearing on this New Mexico warrant within 90 days after today. Number 2, you have the right to hire a lawyer at your own expense to represent you in the extradition case here in Arizona. You don't have a constitutional right to a lawyer in Arizona because we are not doing the criminal case. We're doing the civil case, which is extradition. You do have the right to a lawyer if you can't afford one in New Mexico, but not here. You have the right to hire one here. Okay. Thirdly, you have the right to insist that a governor's warrant be signed by the governors of both states before you can be taken back to New Mexico without your consent. Fourth, in Arizona, you have the right to bail. Under New Mexico, issued it as a no bond warrant, but it appears that you have not yet been convicted in New Mexico. If that's true, it's sometimes hard to tell, but we err on the side of caution. I assume you've not yet been convicted. So if you don't waive extradition today, I'm going to set bail at $10,000 cash in the New Mexico case. That is on top of the no bond hold in one of your probation cases and the $5,000 in your other cases. So it'd be 10 cash, and I'll give you a court date in extradition court of March 10th at 1:30. That's not your extradition hearing. It's just your status conference. Now, you can bypass the New Mexico extradition proceedings completely and just agree to go back at the conclusion of your Arizona cases. If you want to do that, we call that waiving extradition. Hopefully you got the card that they gave you before court. Did you get it? Okay, that's the extradition waiver. It lists your rights, and if you want to give those up and agree to go back, that will end the extradition proceedings here. It'll cause you to be held no bond on New Mexico's behalf until you're given to New Mexico at the end of your Arizona cases. And once your Arizona cases are done, New Mexico will be on a 30-day clock to come and get you. So if you waive extradition and say, I don't want to go back to court on the New Mexico case, you can agree to go back. You'll still have to go to court on your Arizona cases. Once you're done with those, our sheriffs will notify McKinley County, you're ready to come, and then McKinley County is on a 30-day clock to come and get you. If they don't come and get you, you do get released in the New Mexico case, but that New Mexico warrant stays active in the system until New Mexico quashes it, and you could literally be rearrested on the same warrant. Okay. So you just have to decide: do you want to just keep your rights and go to your extradition hearing on the 10th and think about what you want to do? Do you want to give up your extradition?
Just waive it.
Okay, let me ask you the questions to make sure you understand the rights you have before I ask if you want to give them up. This is for extradition only. Okay. So let me see. Hang on. We do it on the script so we don't mess it up. All right. So, did you read the waiver of extradition paperwork? That's the card we gave you.
Yes.
All right, do you understand that you do not have to sign a waiver of extradition in this case?
Yes.
Do you understand that you have the right to have an extradition hearing here in Arizona on this New Mexico warrant?
Yes.
Do you understand that you have the right to hire a lawyer at your own expense to represent you in these extradition proceedings?
Yes.
Do you understand that you have the right to insist that a governor's warrant be signed by the governors of both states before you can be taken back to New Mexico without your consent?
Yes.
All right. And you understand that you do have the right to bail if you don't give up your rights. If you keep your rights, I'm going to set that bail to $10,000 bail. Do you understand that you have the right to bail if you don't consent?
Yes.
All right. And do you understand that if you do consent to go back, if you waive, I'm going to hold you without bail? Do you understand that?
Can you repeat that?
Sure. If you waive extradition, then in the New Mexico case, I must order that you be held no bond for New Mexico. I'm already holding you no bond for Arizona in one of your probation cases, but on top of that, if you waive extradition, we have to hold you for New Mexico because they're going to get 30 days after you're done with your Arizona cases. They're going to get 30 days to pick you up.
Okay.
And so we don't let you run around while you're being held for New Mexico.
Right.
So if you give up your right to an extradition hearing, I'm going to hold you no bond. If you keep your right to an extradition hearing, I'm going to set that $10,000 bond and give you a court date. But if you waive, there's no more extradition case. You don't go back to court, and you're held no bond until at least they've had their 30 days to come and get you. Does that make sense?
Yes. And does that 30 days start until after my Arizona is?
Right. It's at the conclusion of any Arizona charges or holds. So once Arizona declares that you're done, which can be you're sentenced, you're acquitted at trial, or the case is dismissed, that's done. Well, then they will tell New Mexico, okay, she's done, come and get her. That starts their 30-day clock.
Okay. And is it possible, like, if I do waive my right to extradition and I have, like, a family member communicate with New Mexico and they just end up just quashing it?
Sure, that's it, right. You're entitled, you can get a lawyer to try to talk to that court. You can file things by mail with that court. You get a family member to go file things for you. If, for whatever reason, New Mexico quashes their warrant, they will lift their hold on you at our jail. It does happen. Sometimes it comes through and they say, no, thank you, please don't hold this person, and our sheriffs release you.
Okay.
But only New Mexico can issue that order. We can't.
Okay, so let's say if I just want to think about it until the 10th.
Yeah. Then I'm just going to set the bond, and you can go back to court on the 10th. Then you keep all your rights. On the 10th, if you had the bond money, you could still post it. If the warrant went away in the meantime, then the 10th will go away.
Okay, no worries.
You want to keep it? Okay.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna note
that way gives you time to think about it.
Understood.
Right?
Yeah. You're going to keep all of your rights. I'm going to give you a court date. It's March 10th at 1:30. As I said, that's just a status conference. That's not your actual extradition hearing.
Right.
And so if you wanted to waive on that date, the first thing the extradition judge does at the start of every one of these hearings is say, who wants to waive? And she just takes waivers. So you can waive then if you want. You could waive later. You could basically waive at any time before your extradition hearing happens. But remember, you have the right to hire a lawyer at your own expense. There is a generally assigned public defender helping people in that court. You could talk to her as well, but she's not individually assigned to your case unless the extradition judge orders that.
Okay.
All right, so everything's on your paperwork. We just need to print it up. We're going to give you a copy of your rights, and everything will be sent out to you if you go have a seat. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Your Honor.
Sure. All right, and so Officer, I've got Michael Waterman as a house call, and it says he's in a safe cell. Is that still the case?
That's correct. He's not key to a solid watch as assessed by mental health professionals.
Okay, thanks. All right, so I do have confirmation from sheriffs, and so I'm going to see Mr. Waterman in house to conduct his initial appearance in person immediately after this recording. I'll advise him, it's Michael Dylan Waterman, born 11/28/86, that he got arrested on allegations of criminal trespassing in the first-degree Class 6 felony, criminal damage, a Class 1 misdemeanor. This is a bench warrant for failing to appear at a not guilty arraignment hearing on October 25th of last year. So he already has a lawyer, and I'm going to reset that arraignment hearing for 1 week from today, March 7th at 8:30 in the morning, and I'm going to affirm the bond that was set by the issuing court. That is $1,000 secured with written conditions I will go over with Mr. Waterman. If anything changes when I see him, I will update my written order only court's intent to update this recording. The court's final order will be reflected in the docketed release order. All right, with that, stand in recess until 2 p.m. this afternoon.
Thank you, everyone. Please be seated. Good afternoon. This is the 2 p.m. calendar for the last day of the month. On the first day of February, orders were read onto the record that affect all of you regarding DNA and fingerprinting. In just a moment, I'm going to call you up to the podium one at a time. When you get to the podium, I need your name. I'll tell you the charges you're here on. I'll appoint most of you an attorney. I'll set your next hearing date, give you location. I'll set your general release conditions. All of you will have general release conditions. They are as follows. Do not make contact with the arresting officers. Do not possess any drugs without a valid prescription. Do not drive a motor vehicle without a valid license. Keep us informed as to where you are living. If you're on probation, you'll be ordered to contact your probation officer. If the charges you are here on indicate there may be a victim, I will order you to stay away from the victim and do not return to the scene of the alleged crime. At the end of your hearing, all of this will be given to you in writing. Please, when you have time, take a moment and read it. Thank you. Do we have Spanish?
I know we please do it at the end.
What do you want us to do at the end instead? Okay. Well, while you're doing that, how about if I do a couple? Is that all right? Ms. Thomas, you're first. And Amy Huffman is after Ms. Thomas. Ms. Huffman, thank you, officer. Tell me your full name, please, Ms.
Excalibur Rose Thomas.
Miss, this first one is narcotic drugs and dangerous drugs. Those are both class 4 felonies. Drug paraphernalia, a class 6 felony. Also, it's a criminal trespassing as a misdemeanor. I have appointed you an attorney. Your next hearing is on the 6th day of March. downtown Phoenix. Because this allegedly happened while you were on felony release on this next matter we're going to talk about, you have to be held non-bondable until the 6th. This next matter, miss, is a warrant for your arrest, dangerous drugs and drug paraphernalia, class 4, class 6 felonies. Again, same attorney, same hearing date, the 6th, same location, downtown Phoenix. I put bond at $50. Please don't pay that bond until after you solve the problem on the other one. Good luck, miss. And the court will reflect that I have read the victim's impact statements, plural. Ms. Huffman, Amy, come on up. And Obi is after Miss Amy. Good afternoon, miss. Tell me your full name.
Amy Lorraine Huffman.
Ms. Huffman, this is a violation of probation out of Pinell County. I cannot appoint you an attorney in Pinell County. You're going to meet the Pinell County judge on the 5th day of March in Pinell. The Pinell County judge wants you held non-bondable until you're in front of him or her. Good luck. Pinell will come and get you and take you in the next day or two.
Okay, thank you.
Fantastic. Why don't you go with that, gentleman? Thank you. Miss Interpreter, please announce. Would the interpreter please announce?
Miss Interpreter, could you please announce?
I don't know. It's one of those days. How about if I call Obi instead? Obi, come on up. Sooner or later it'll work. We will be at the end of the day. Sir, tell me your full name.
Obi McCollum. Junior.
Thank you, sir. Sir, this is a probation violation matter. I've appointed you an attorney. You're going to have a probation revocation hearing on the 7th of this month, downtown Phoenix. The probation judge that issued this wants you held non-bondable until you see him on the 7th. Good luck. Can I call another one?
One more person.
Ms. Cortez, or Alexander Cortez, Senor Cortez. Mr. Cortez, tell me your full name.
Alexander Michael Cortez.
Mr. Cortez, this is a probation violation matter out of Yavapai County. I cannot appoint you an attorney in Yavapai. You're going to meet the Yavapai judge on the 5th day of March in Yavapai County. Yavapai wants a $25,000 cash bond. Good luck, sir.
Okay, I can bond today?
Absolutely.
Oh, thank you.
Approved list for in-person visits. To request visits.
Good afternoon. Do I have the interpreter with me? You're just teasing me, aren't you? Interpreter, please announce.
Yes, hello, this is Carlos. I'm your language Spanish interpreter. ID number is 4152. I am ready for your instructions.
Thank you very much. Would you please invite Mr. De Leon Mendoza to the podium?
Hola, por favor, señor De León Mendoza, ¿podría por favor subir al podio?
Sí.
Tell me your name, please.
Freddy de León.
Dígame su nombre, por favor.
Freddy de León.
Sir, you are charged with aggravated driving under the influence and misdemeanor driving under the influence. Interpret, please.
Se le acusa de conducir bajo la influencia del alcohol de forma agravada y un delito menor por conducir bajo la influencia del alcohol.
You're also charged with driving without a license and exceeding the speed limit. Interpret, please.
También se le acusa de conducir sin licencia y excediendo el límite de velocidad.
I have appointed you an attorney.
Le hemos asignado un abogado.
Your next hearing date is the 14th of March. You're being released on your own recognizance. Good luck.
Su siguiente cita o siguiente audiencia sería el 14 de marzo. Se le va a liberar bajo su propia responsabilidad. Buena suerte.
Francisco Castillo. Francisco? And then Jasmine, same last name, is next. Tell me your name, sir.
Francisco Castillo.
Mr. Castillo, this is a warrant for your arrest, possession of narcotic drugs for sale, a Class 2 felony, possession of narcotic drugs, a Class 4 felony, possession of a weapon in a drug offense, a Class 4 felony, possession of a weapon by a prohibited person. I've appointed you an attorney, sir. You have 2 hearing dates coming up, the 6th and the 10th, both them downtown Phoenix. Your bond is $10,000. Good luck, sir. Jasmine Costello? Tell me your full name, please, miss.
Jasmine Laura Castillo.
Miss, you have 2 different matters. This first one is a warrant for your arrest. It's a probation violation matter. I've appointed you an attorney. You're going to have a probation revocation hearing on the 7th of this month downtown Phoenix. The probation judge wants a $7,500 bond. The next one, miss, is another probation violation. Same attorney, same hearing date, the 7th, same location, downtown Phoenix. I set bond in the amount of $50. Please reach out to probation. They may have some ideas on how to help you put everything together.
I have actually. I was supposed to be going into detox today, but I had a car accident, and that's why I'm here.
Well, miss, he knows you're here now, but you might reach out to him and see if he's got any ideas how to solve both of these at the same time.
Okay.
Good luck.
So I'm going to be staying?
Yes. Miss Cooper? Come on up, Miss Cooper. Melanie is after Miss Cooper. Tell me your full name.
Tia Cooper.
Miss Cooper, this is a grand jury warrant for your arrest. 1 count of conspiracy as a Class 2 felony, 1 count of dangerous drugs for sale, Class 2 felony, narcotic drugs for sale, Class 2 felony, illegal control of an enterprise, Class 3 felony, money laundering, Class 3 felony, possession of a weapon and a drug offense, a Class 4 felony. I've appointed you an attorney, miss. Your next hearing is on the 7th of March, downtown Phoenix. Grand jury set bond at $5,000 cash. Good luck, miss.
Thank you.
Melanie, come on up. Miss Amack, tell me your full name.
It's Melanie Denise King Amack.
Amack, I apologize. I pronounced it wrong. Miss, this is a warrant for your arrest for a alleged probation violation. I've appointed you an attorney. You're going to have a probation revocation hearing on the 7th, downtown Phoenix. The probation judge issued a $3,000 bond. Good luck, miss.
Is there any way I can get out on my own recognizances? I have a really good job.
Miss, I'm sorry, but
No,
I'm not going to change the probation judge's warrant.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Jose? Tell me your full name, sir.
Jose Carlos Ruiz-Breville.
Sir, you've got 4 different matters. The first one is theft of means of transportation as a Class 4 felony. I've appointed you an attorney. Your next hearing date is the 6th, downtown Phoenix. Bond is set at $2,500. The next 3 are all probation violations. Same attorney, sir, on all 3 of them. Your probation revocation date is the 7th, downtown Phoenix. Each one of those has a $50 bond. you might want to reach out to your probation officer and see if they've got some good ideas about putting everything together to get it all over with at the same time.
Okay.
Good luck, sir.
I have a question.
I may not have an answer, but go ahead.
So can I still bond out?
Yes, sir.
And I don't before I go to probation revocation?
Sir, you can bond out in 6 hours after you put up the bond.
Oh, so what total would it be?
All the paperwork's right over there. It's got all the numbers on it.
Okay, thank you.
Okay? Good luck. Mr. Allen, come on up, Mr. Allen. And Mr. Clayton's after Mr. Allen. Sir, good afternoon. Tell me your full name.
Marlon Allen.
Sir, you've got 3 different matters. The first one is a theft of property, which is a Class 4 felony. I've appointed you an attorney. Your next hearing date is the 6th, downtown Phoenix. I set bond in the amount of $50. The next 2 are probation violations. I've appointed you an attorney on both of those. You're going to have a probation revocation hearing for both of them on the 7th, downtown Phoenix. One of the bonds is $50. The bond, that was bond set by me. The next bond is set by the probation judge himself, and that is $2,500. Please reach out to your probation officer. They may have some ideas how to put all this together.
I'm currently in purpose healing now, sir.
In what?
In the drug program, purpose healing. I'm currently there now.
Well, I'm sorry. We can have to take a little interruption on that. Good luck, sir.
What day, man?
Mr. Clayton, come on up. And Young is after Clayton.
Good day,
Tell me thank you, sir. Good day to you, too. Tell me your full name, sir.
Evan Michael Clayton.
Mr. Clayton, this is a robbery, Class 4 felony, ag assault in a residence, Class 6 felony, and prevention or interference with emergency telephone communication, a misdemeanor. I've appointed you an attorney, sir. You have 2 hearing dates coming up, the 6th and the 10th, both downtown Phoenix. Bond is a secured appearance bond of $2,500. Good luck, sir.
Sure.
Miss Young, come on up. Miss Young, tell me your full name, please.
Tatiana Verna Marie Young.
Miss Young, this is impeding breathing. It's an aggravated assault case. I've appointed you an attorney, miss. You have 2 hearings coming up, both of them downtown Phoenix, the 6th and the 10th. Bond is set at $2,500. Good luck.
Thank you.
Miss Cortez, Ursula? Yes. Come on up, miss. And Joshua's after Ursula. Tell me your full name, please.
Ursula Summer Cortez.
Ms. Cortez, this first matter is a forgery matter. It's a Class 4 felony. I've appointed you an attorney. You're going to have a hearing on the 7th day of March, downtown Phoenix. The judge who issued this wants a $1,200 bond. The next one, miss, is drug paraphernalia. That's a Class 6 felony. Same attorney, same hearing date, the 7th. I set bond in the amount of $50 on that. Good luck, miss. Joshua, come on up. Alexander's after Joshua. Sykes. Tell me your full name, sir.
Joshua Heiser.
What's your name again, sir?
Joshua John Heiser.
Thank you. Narcotic drugs is your first case with drug paraphernalia. Those are Class 4 and Class 6 felonies. I've appointed you an attorney. You have 2 hearings coming up, the 6th and the 10th, both of them downtown Phoenix. Bond is set at $1,000. The next one's a probation violation. Same attorney, different date, the 7th, downtown Phoenix. Bond is $50. Please reach out to your probation officer. They may have some ideas that might help you. Good luck, sir. Alexander, Mr. Sykes. And Aaron Smith is after this gentleman. Tell me your name, sir.
Alexander Franklin Sykes.
Sir, you have 2 different matters. The first one is dangerous drugs, Class 4 felony, criminal trespassing as a misdemeanor. I've appointed you an attorney, sir. You have 2 hearings coming up, the 6th and the 10th, both of them downtown Phoenix. Bond is $1,000. The next one's a probation violation matter, sir. Same attorney, different date, same location, downtown Phoenix. The 7th will be your probation revocation. Bond is $50. Reach out to probation. They may have some ideas that might help you. Good luck, sir. Aaron Smith. Tell me your full name, please, Miss.
Aaron Ruth Smith.
Ms. Smith, this is driving under the influence as a misdemeanor, and a second driving under the influence as a misdemeanor. I cannot appoint you an attorney. That's up to the Fountain Hills judge. You're going to meet the Fountain Hills judge on the 5th day of March in Fountain Hills. Bond set by the Fountain Hills judge is $500 secured appearance. Good luck, miss.
Thank you.
Miss Munoz Rodriguez? Janet? Tell me your full name, miss.
Janet Munoz Rodriguez.
Miss, this is a criminal trespassing matter as a Class 6 felony. I've appointed you an attorney. You've got 2 hearings coming up, both of them downtown Phoenix, the 14th and the 18th of March. You're being released to pretrial services. You'll be out of here in about 6 hours. That officer's going to hand you a whole bunch of paperwork. Read it carefully. Those are the rules you have to follow. Good luck.
Perfect.
Robert Herrera. Robert, come on up, Robert. Maria Cordova's after Robert. Tell me your full name, sir.
Robert Herman Herrera.
Sir, this is unlawful flight, a Class 5 felony. I've appointed you an attorney, sir. You have 2 hearings coming up, the 14th and the 18th, both of them downtown Phoenix. You're being released on your own recognizance. You'll be out in 6 hours.
Okay, and then I also wanted to let you know that the charges on me now, they're old charges from when I was a juvie. I don't know if you know that.
Sir, when you're a juvenile, they can choose to grade it D. That means file it after you become adults.
But the officer had told me that I was free to go.
Sir, and you are free to go. 6 hours, you'll be out, but you have to go to court.
Thank you.
Maria Cordova. Come on up, Maria. Welcome back. Tell me your full name, miss.
María Cecilia Daniela Balbastro Córdoba.
Ms. Cordova, this is a probation violation matter. I've appointed you an attorney. You're going to have a probation revocation hearing on the 7th at downtown Phoenix. You're being released on your own recognizance. You'll be out of here in about 6 hours, about 8 o'clock tonight. When you step outside this building, make sure you contact your probation officer. If you follow their rules and my rules, you're given the next judge you meet on the 7th 2 very good reasons to not put you in prison on the 7th. Good luck.
Thank you.
Steve Millard. Steve Millard. Come on up, Steve. Tell me your full name, sir.
Steve Randall Millard.
Mr. Millard, this is a probation violation matter. I've appointed you an attorney, sir. You're going to have a probation revocation hearing on the 7th. You're being released on your own recognizance. You'll be out of here in 6 hours. When the moment you step outside this building, call your probation officer. If you follow their rules and my rules are in writing, you're given the next judge you meet on the 7th 2 good reasons to not put you in prison for 1 year. Good luck.
That's all they'll give me is a year's time.
Presumptive prison term for a Class 6 felony is 1 year. Yes.
All right.
Good luck.
Thank you.
Mr. Mayfield. David. Vanessa's after David. Tell me your full name, sir.
David Christopher Mayfield.
Sir, you have 2 different matters, 2 different cases. The first case has 2 different matters on it: narcotic drugs and drug paraphernalia. Those are Class 4 and Class 6 felonies. I've appointed you an attorney, sir. Your next hearing date is on the 6th, downtown Phoenix. You're being released on your own recognizance on that matter. The next one, sir, is an arrest warrant, narcotic drugs and drug paraphernalia, same thing as the last, but a different charge. I've appointed you that same attorney. 2 hearing dates, the 14th and the 18th. Again, you're being released on your own recognizance. Good luck, sir. Vanessa, come on up, Vanessa. Good afternoon, miss. Tell me your full name.
Vanessa Jane Laristis.
Miss, this is tampering with evidence, a Class 5 felony, and hindering prosecution, a Class 5 felony. I've appointed you an attorney, miss. You have 2 hearings coming up, the 14th and the 18th. You're being released on your own recognizance. Those hearings are downtown Phoenix. Good luck, miss.
Thank you.
Miss Castleman? Come on up, Miss Castleman. And Michael Randolph is after Miss Castleman. Tell me your full name, please, miss.
Sierra Castleman.
Miss Castleman, this is a criminal damage as a misdemeanor, disorderly conduct as a misdemeanor. I've appointed you an attorney. Strike that. I cannot appoint you an attorney. That's up to the El Mirage judge. You're going to meet the El Mirage judge on the 18th. You're being released on your own recognizance. Good luck, miss.
Thank you.
Michael Randolph, come on. Thank you, sir. Tell me your full name, please.
Michael Anthony Rudolph.
I totally screwed up your last name. I sincerely apologize.
It happens.
Sir, this is a probation violation matter. I've appointed you an attorney. You have a probation revocation hearing on the 7th, downtown Phoenix. You're being released on your own recognizance. You'll be out of here in about 6 hours. The moment you step outside this building, I need you to call your probation officer. Follow their rules, follow my rules. You're going to meet the next judge. You're going to give the next judge you meet on the 7th 2 good reasons to not put you in prison on the 7th. Good luck, sir.
Thank you.
Are we ready, Mr. Van Hill? You're on hold? You want me to try to do the FOJ or wait?
Yeah, wait just a minute.
I'll wait just a minute. Well,
Trying to clear our traffic as much as possible.
thank you very much, sir. And we're on hold for this unusual dialect.
Okay.
Unless you speak whatever he speaks.
Who's that?
Mr. Danilo Yamboa.
Is he Filipino?
No, what dialect is that?
Tagalog? Yes, I am.
Tagalog, whatever that is. I don't know all the languages. And I have read the victim's impact statement in this case also.
Okay. Yeah, I said, do you speak English? Yeah, it's okay.
Okay. Well, why don't you bring him in and we'll see how far we can get.
Neil? Yeah. Behind the, podium.
Sir, do you speak English?
Little bit only, sir.
Wait for an interpreter.
Yes.
Okay.
Are you able to interpret legal court matters? Okay. Can you, I need to turn it back to the operator. Okay, can you hang up and I'll go back? Gonna do that.
FOJ. Officer, why don't you go back and have a seat till I get somebody on the phone?
Danilo?
Yes.
Yes, come on.
Thank you.
Have a seat, Danilo. Okay, we're getting served online. All right, man.
Miss Lester? Miss Lester, come on up, Miss Lester. Ms. Lester, tell me your full name.
Christine Marie Lester.
Ms. Lester, you're what we call a fugitive of justice. I saw you hand that piece of laminated paper to the officer. Those are your extradition rights. In short, another state, in your case, New Mexico, wants you back there. They issued a national warrant. We found you. That triggers extradition. Extradition's a 90-day process whereby you have a right for bail normally, and I agree with New Mexico, you do have that right for bail, but that process could take an entire 90 days. That's where the two governors talk, and then the governors issue their warrants, and then you're taken back into custody if you're on bail, and then you're transported back to New Mexico, Las Cruces, I believe. You can also waive your extradition rights. That means you would be detained here today, and then we'd send notice immediately to New Mexico, and they would make arrangements to come get you. New Mexico's our neighbor to the east. They usually do it very, very quickly, but they have up to 30 days. If it takes over 30 days, on the 30th day, we kick you out of here. We won't hold you any longer. That doesn't solve your warrant problem. You could be arrested again, but we won't be holding you. What do you want to do, miss?
I wanted to see if I could get a bill.
Okay, miss, I'll enter a denial on your behalf. And New Mexico wants a $1,000 cash. $1,000 cash. Miss, you still, even if you make bail today or shortly thereafter, you still have to come to the hearing. The next hearing is on the 10th at 1:30 downtown Phoenix. Do you have any questions for me?
No, thank you.
All right, miss, I wish you the best of luck here as well in Las Cruces.
Thank you, I appreciate it.
Good luck. You're perfect. Let's bring Donalo. Senor? Why do I think Spanish would help?
At the Maricopa campus.
Do I have the interpreter on the phone?
This is your interpreter, Your Honor. I'm ready for your instructions. Thank you.
Thank you. We're going to start the case now. Sir, please tell me your name.
Pakibigay po ang inyong kompletong pangalan.
Danilo Bungay Yambao.
Danilo Bungay Yambao.
Middle name Bungay.
You're charged with 3 counts of aggravated assault on a minor. Interpret?
Meron po kayong kasong nakaharap sa inyo, laban sa inyo, 3 kaso laban sa pananakit o asulto sa minor de edad.
I have appointed you an attorney. Your next hearing date is March 6th. Interpret, please.
Binigyan ko po kayo ng tagapagtanggol at ang pagharap nyo sa korte sa susunod, ika-6 na araw ng Marso.
Your bond is $1,500. Good luck, sir.
Ang inyo pong bando, piyansa, $1,500. Good luck po sa inyo.
Para saan po yung $1,500?
What is the $1,500 for?
To get out of jail until your next hearing. Interpret.
Ito po ay bayad nyo sa piyansa para pansamantala makalabas kayo ng kulungan hanggang sa pagbalik niyo dito.
Kailan po ako magbabayad?
When do I need to pay?
As soon as you want to get out of jail.
Kung kailan nyo gustong lumabas ng kulungan, pag walang bayad, walang labas.
Po. Sa Lunes po pwede.
Can I pay on Monday?
Yes.
Saturday.
So sa inyo po yun.
Tomorrow, Saturday.
You will stay in jail until you pay the $1,500. Interpret?
Ganito po, mister. Kung kailan kayo magbabayad, saka kayo makakalabas. Kaya bahala kayo kung kailan nyo gusto magbayad.
Saan po ako ikukulong ngayon?
Where will I be taken to for today?
That is up to those officers.
Because my
Yung mga
daughter, I cannot know. Hindi niya alam kung saan ako ikukulong.
My daughter won't know where I will be.
Sir, we have phones here you can use.
Yeah, I have a phone number for...
Dali lang. Mister, sandali lang po. Unang-una, tatanungin nyo yan dun sa mga kasama nyong opisyal. Tapos may telepono. Pag alam nyo na, tawagan nyo na yung anak nyo.
Saan ko po tatawagan ko sana yung anak ko? Wala naman po akong telepono.
I want to call my daughter. I don't have a phone.
We have phones in the jail cells, and we have phones in the lobby. You're free to use them. Simply ask for help.
Meron po tayong telepono dyan sa lobby. Pwede nyo gamitin, hihingi muna kayo ng permiso dun sa mga kasama nyong opisyal. Pagdating nyo sa kulungan, may telepono rin doon. Hihingi lang kayo ng permiso.
Opo. Salamat po. Thank you.
Okay, thanks.
The court wants to give great thanks to the interpreter. We could not have done it without you. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much for using our services, Your Honor. Goodbye.
Goodbye. Thank you.
Bye. Thank you.
David Sanchez. David? Mr. Sanchez, tell me your full name.
David Sanchez.
Thank you, Mr. Sanchez. Mr. Sanchez, it's very important. The officers cleared the gallery because they don't want anybody else to know what we're talking about in here. Please don't show this paperwork to anyone, and don't talk to anyone about it other than your attorney. Will you do that for me?
Yes.
For your own safety. Sir, this is a registration violation for the terms you're on probation for. I've appointed you an attorney. Your next hearing is going to be the 6th and then again on the 10th. Your bond is $10,000. Good luck, sir. Mr. Yazzie. Mr. Yazzie, come on up. Hi. Mr. Yazzie, tell me your full name.
Terrell Yazzie.
Mr. Yazzie, again, the gallery area was cleared for your own safety. These types of charges tend to make people a little nervous, and when people get nervous in here, people get injured, and that's what I'm trying to avoid. It's imperative you not talk to anybody about this while you're in here, probably not when you're outside other than with your attorney, and also don't show anybody the paperwork. This is 2 counts of sexual assault with a minor, class 2 felonies. I've appointed you an attorney. 2 hearing dates, the 6th and the 10th, both downtown Phoenix. Bond is set at $250,000. Good luck, sir.
Thank you.
The rest of the calendar are house calls because of behavioral issues. Mr. Christopher Motz, number 24. It's a criminal trespassing as a misdemeanor. I cannot appoint him an attorney. That will be up to the Peoria judge. He'll meet the Peoria judge on the 20th of March. He is being released on his own recognizance. Shannon Johnson is number 22. It's a bench warrant, ag assault on a police officer, class 5 felony. I can appoint her, and I will appoint her an attorney. That's the underlying charge she's currently on probation for. Her probation revocation hearing is on the 7th at downtown Phoenix. Probation judge wants a $750 bond. Who issued this? Mr. Corey Ortega is the next matter. Criminal trespassing is a Class 6 felony, criminal damage is a misdemeanor. I've appointed him an attorney. The 6th of March and the 10th of March are his 2 hearing dates. Bond is $2,500. And Mr. Darko is the next one, aggravated assault, and Mr. Darko is number 12. Aggravated assault on a first responder, Class 5 felony, resisting arrest, Class 6 felony, disorderly conduct as a misdemeanor, 2 counts of disorderly conduct, and obstruction of justice by not giving your true name. I've appointed him an attorney. The 6th and the 10th are his 2 hearing dates. Bond is set at $1,000 cash. Last one is Robert Palmer, number 32. Dangerous drugs and drug paraphernalia, Class 4 and Class 6 felonies. I've appointed him an attorney. His next hearings are the 14th and the 18th. He's being released on his own recognizance. Did I miss anything else, boss lady? All right, we're good to go. Officer, thank you as always.
Just give me a couple of minutes.
Take your time.
I'll get rid of these guys.